Hi, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today we're going to talk about what is smashing it with Facebook ads this year. Let's dive in. What we found with Facebook, over the past kind of 12, 18 months, it's been all over the shop. You've had the iOS updates, you've had really expensive CPMs, you've had stuff that was working before that doesn't work now, you've had times when leads are super cheap and they're easy to generate and you're making great margins if you're a pay per lead, or you're doing really well for your client, and then the next day you'll turn the ads on again and they'll just completely bomb. You'll triple your cost per lead overnight. There's just so much stuff going on inside Facebook and so much change going on over there that we need to, as agencies, really kind of evolve and start looking for new things and new ideas and new ways to get leads in an ad network that is still unbelievable. All right, so let's dive in and start talking about a few things that we're doing at the moment with Facebook ads that you'll be able to implement and get going with straight away. So the first kind of tip, I guess, that you absolutely must not ignore is Facebook lead forms. All right, for any of you that have been following my stuff over the past kind of 2 to 3 months, you notice that I've been really a big advocate for Facebook lead forms, and it wasn't always this way for me. If you rewind the clock 18 months, I would say there's just no need. All right, you can actually send traffic to a landing page, and you can install some type of survey or quiz software on there. You can drive traffic to that. People will take the survey and they'll become a lead. It's super easy. Tracking was perfect. You can segment, you can do all that cool stuff outside of the Facebook ad network, all right? But what happened over the years, over the past 18 months is that the iOS update happened. So what occurred when that happened is that when people leave Facebook, the pixel tracking and everything that enables Facebook to allocate the lead to the correct ad or ad set or campaign is completely gone out the window. And that, yeah, there's different stuff you can do with, server-side tracking and all of that, but the fact remains that it's still not perfect, and it's still actually nowhere near perfect. So what you'll find is that if you're running traffic this way, and I'm not saying that you don't do it if you're doing it and it's working, is that you're starting to lose a little bit of control. All right, and Facebook doesn't like this. So in my opinion, what I've seen is that they've started to really kind of prioritize their own Facebook lead forms that keeps the users on their platform, which means that it's much easier for advertisers to track stuff and make sure that the ad attributes properly. And what you'll see is that with the same ad going to the same kind of creative and the same video and the same headline, what you'll see is sometimes the cost per click to a landing page might be $5 or $6, but if it's exactly the same ad, cost per click to a Facebook lead form can sometimes be 50% less than that. All right, which means that from our data and what we've seen, you're getting priority in the ad auctions if you're actually using Facebook lead form ads. And what we've seen, because back in the day, Facebook lead forms, it was always a quality issue. So if you're generating a lead using the date, like for example, the name, email address, and phone number that the person used when they signed up to Facebook 16 years ago, some of this data is old and out of date, but it looks like they've kind of cleaned up a lot of this data. And what you'll see also with kind of hacks that we use, we're able to get the lead in at a good price and then use tools to kind of nurture and get quality off the back of it once the lead has come in. So for example, if you picture a lead ad going to a form where you ask for name, email, and phone number, you can actually zap that lead over to the a autoresponder or a CRM like High Level, which we love, and you can kind of hold some of these leads back until they engage and make sure that they are real and they are interested, and then you can sell them on. So if you're generating a lead for $10 and you're sending them over to High Level, you might want to kind of hold a few of them back and send 1 out of 2 across to the client, which means that the actual cost per lead is $20, but you're able to retain ownership of this lead and maybe nurture them and sell them on later, or sell them a different offer or whatever that is. All right, so you're really able to use Facebook lead forms now as a kind of an entry level to get the lead and then be able to kind of nurture and get quality out of them later. And we found this is really powerful. We've actually been using Facebook lead form ads to land clients in almost any industry, as long as the offer's good. It just happens that pay per lead is. And we actually have some training where we show you exactly how to do this. I'm going to link out to it in the description, and it's a pay what you want type training. So if you kind of click and go and watch it and you don't think it's good at all and you think it's crap, Dan, this is a waste of my time, don't pay me a thing. But if you do like it, you can donate, and we'll also match your donation with some bonuses that you're going to love too. So why don't you go and check that out? Okay, so the next tip that's worked really well for us over at Facebook is what we do to target people when we're showing our ads to them, all right? So a lot of you know there's different ways that you can target people, and that could be what they're interested in. You could have a big broad ad set. You can do it by age bracket. There's loads of different options on Facebook. But what we found that's worked really well is when we overlay lookalike audiences with interests. Okay, so let's say we're running an ad to land solar clients. We know that people that run, that kind of sell solar are probably interested in something like Tesla Powerwall batteries or whatever, which is, I think that's an interest. And we also are able to, after time, I think it's 500 opens of a lead form. If you're running lead form ads, you're able to kind of create an audience of people that have opened a lead form and haven't become a full lead. If you can then overlay a lookalike 1% of the lead form overlay, the lead form open, and overlay that with Tesla Powerwall batteries, you're still going to have a very big audience, but it's kind of super targeted, all right? And when we did this, we went from an our B2B funnel generating leads for $30 and appointments for $60. We halved that literally overnight when we did this. So if you haven't done it already, I'd highly recommend giving it a go. You can experiment with kind of lookalike clicks, still decent, but not as good. And you can experiment with like leads delivered or appointments or whatever when you've got enough of that data. That's obviously better. But the sweet spot for us to get going quickly was 500 lead form opens with an interest, and it works super well. So give it a go. All right, so another really sneaky trick that we've been using, please don't tell anyone about this, is using bold text within our Facebook ads, all right? And some of you might be saying, actually, you can't do that. You can't kind of select bold or kind of highlight something and make it bold within a Facebook ad. But what you can do is we use a kind of tool called Yay Text. And what you can do is kind of type in your text and it'll convert it to bold, and then you can copy and paste that into the Facebook ads. And this really helps drive home some of the bold, the more important points of an ad, or one of the benefits, or the call to action, or whatever that might be. And it's really worth a go if you haven't done it already. It just allows you to stand out from the crowd a little bit more and capture people's attention and stop the scroll, which is what a native ad is meant to do. All right, so I really hope you've enjoyed this video today on Facebook kind of hacks that have been working really well for us and smashing it out of the park. And it just so happens that I mentioned before in the video, the Pay What You Want training that we have. It's exclusive to my Facebook group, the Pay Per Lead Ninjas. And we're going to put a link below to it, and you'll be able to kind of click on that link. You'll have to join the Ninjas group. But as soon as you do that, you'll be able to see this training. And it's, as I said, it's a pay what you want after. If you don't like it, you don't pay. But this is what people are using to just, generate stupid amount of clients with very little ad spend. I've honestly, in my time in kind of lead gen, never seen anything like this before. It's absolutely smashing out of the park for people. So I hope you enjoy it. As I said, there's a link to it. Also, if you did like this video, please like it so we know to create more videos like this. If you've got any questions at all about, or kind of tips that you're working for you, please comment below in the comments box. And finally, please subscribe to our channel so you'll be the first to know whenever we create new videos like this. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.